Hi friends, welcome to our warm-up class for the Lengthen and Liberate series. Today is all about lubricating and nourishing the joints, tendons and ligaments of the body so that we are in a safe environment to go ahead with our practice. You can absolutely perform this class on its own, and it's a beautiful way to reconnect with your inner sense of peace and well-being. When you're ready, I invite you to find a comfortable position of your choice, perhaps crossing the legs, roll the shoulders back, and begin to tune into the breath. On your next exhale, we'll gently lower the right ear towards the right shoulder, feeling a beautiful stretch along the left side of the neck. You might like to walk your left fingertips out towards the edge of the mat for a deeper stretch. And if you'd like to go further, on your next inhale, raising the right arm skywards, bending the elbow, and placing your palm behind the left ear, around the upper neck, the back of the head. And simply using the weight of the hand to gently guide your head to the right. There's no need to force anything. Guiding the chin towards the right collarbone. Perhaps noticing sensations around the upper back. Guiding the chin to the chest. Inhale, center, roll the shoulders back, place the palms on the knees. One breath here. And when you're ready, exhale, lowering the left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe staying here, or maybe walking the right fingertips out to the edge of the mat. You might notice differing sensations between the right and left sides of the neck. And know that this is okay. It's an invitation to invite more mindful movements into the regions that are feeling a little sensitive. If you'd like to take it one step further, raising the left arm, bending the elbow, and using the support of your palm to guide the head over to the left. Breathe. Seeing if you can soften the shoulders, unclench the jaw, mindfully guiding the chin towards the left collarbone, towards the left armpit, breathing into the back of the neck. Guiding the chin towards the chest. Inhale back to center, well done. One breath here, and we'll invite a little bit more fluidity into the neck, creating some half circles with the head, rolling the neck from shoulder to shoulder. Allowing the breath to guide your movements. Knowing that you can always speed up or slow down the motion, and it might feel nice to create some full circles. Slowly returning to center, and from here, roll the shoulders back, join the fingertips together, place the fingers on the shoulders, join the elbows, and begin to create some external rotation with the shoulders, circling the elbows in one direction, allowing the breath to guide you. Once more in this direction, and swapping the direction, This time creating some internal rotation for the shoulders, warming up the shoulder girdle. One more circle. Keeping the fingertips where they are, elbows in front. Inhale, extend the arms forwards. Exhale, flex the elbows, return the fingertips to the shoulders. And again, inhale. Exhale. A few more times, warming up the forearms, lubricating the elbows, seeing if you can relax the shoulders. This time, keeping the arms extended at shoulder height, we'll begin to make fists and circle the wrists in one direction. And swapping the direction. Well done, shake out the fingers. And from here we'll take a seated spinal twist. Inhale, raise the arms skywards. Exhale, twist the torso to the left, lowering the arms down, tenting up onto the left fingertips behind you, maybe gazing behind that left shoulder, and pressing the outer edge of that right palm into the left thigh, lengthening the spinal column, seeing if you can twist a little more with every exhalation, giving yourself permission to release any tension that might be stagnating around the back, side body. Inhale, return to center. From here, we'll swap the cross of the legs so that the opposite shin is in front. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, raise the arms skywards. Exhale, twist to the right, finding your variation of a twist. Breathe. Offering yourself one more mindful breath. Inhale, center. Release the arms, roll the shoulders. And from here, keeping the left leg crossed, we'll extend the right leg, grounding down through the heel of the right foot. Inhale, raise the arms skywards. Exhale, bend to the right, maybe lowering onto that right forearm as we stretch the left arm overhead. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend, feeling a beautiful stretch along the left side body. A few more times. We want to keep the toes and the kneecap of the right leg facing skywards, and if possible, lightly engaging the quadricep muscle of the right leg to protect the articulation around the knee. This time we'll stay down in a fold. Is it possible to bend a little further with every exhalation? Inhale, return to center. Crossing the right leg in and stretching the left leg out. We'll take a variation of revolved head to knee pose, Parivrtta Janusirsasana. Exhale, bend. Inhale, center. And again. If it's in your practice, you might like to gaze skywards in the fold. And if you notice any sensitivities around the neck, you can always look down towards the earth. Find what feels good. Once more, and we'll stay down in a fold. Breathe. If possible, be mindful to keep both sits bones connected to the earth. On your next inhale, mindfully guiding the torso upright. And from here, we'll turn to face the short edge of the mat, extending both legs out in front into Dandasana staff pose. And it might feel nice to open and close the legs, finding some internal and external hip rotation. From here, joining the feet together. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex, draw the feet towards the torso. And again, feeling a beautiful stretch for the tops of the feet, the ankles. A nice way to strengthen the arches of the feet as well. And maybe finding some circular motions with the feet and the ankles, rolling the feet in one direction and swapping the direction. Beginning to slow down the movement. From here, we will cross our right leg and place the right ankle on top of the left thigh. You might like to roll the foot out using the support of your left hand, perhaps changing the direction. From here, flapping the left knee up and down a few times like a half butterfly wing, inviting some mobility into the hips. Re-extend the right leg, and we'll take these movements on the other side. Doing your best to keep the spine elevated. Noticing what's going on around the face. Where can you soften? Where can you release? Again, finding those butterfly movements with the left knee. And gently re-extend the legs. From here, bending the right knee, placing your fingers underneath the right thigh. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower down a few more times. This is a really great way to simultaneously strengthen the hip flexors as well as finding a beautiful release for the hamstrings, the calf muscle, and improving the joints supporting the knees. This time we'll keep the leg up and hold, keeping the foot flexed. Breathe. And this time bending the knee, and we'll guide the right foot to the outer edge of the left leg. Inhale, extend the arms skywards. Exhale, taking a seated spinal twist, twisting to the right. Using the left tricep to press into the outer edge of the right thigh, tenting up onto the right fingers behind you. Maybe gazing back. Breathe. This is a beautiful stretch to lengthen the outer hips, the outer glutes. A beautiful stretch for anyone who spends a large portion of the day seated. And we'll return to Dandasana, re-extending the right leg, finding any movement that feels good. And we'll take this on the left, interlacing your fingers underneath the left leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. And again. Continuing with this movement, engaging the quadricep to help keep that leg straight at the top and lowering down with control. Once more, and we'll keep the leg up and hold. Breathe, foot is flexed, really lengthening the vertebral column here. From here, bending the left knee and guiding the left foot to the outer edge of that right leg, finding a spinal twist as we twist to the left. Noticing any differing sensations you might be feeling across both sides of the body. No judgment. Simply accepting where you are in this very moment with a loving compassion. One more breath. Mindfully release. Re-extend the left leg, and again taking any movement that feels good. From here we'll come into bound angle, joining the soles of the feet together, bending the knees, allowing the knees to splay wide. Perhaps staying in an upright position, rolling the shoulders back, interlacing your fingers under the feet. Or if it's in your practice, lengthening the spine and folding forwards. This is a beautiful way to open up the outer hips, the outer glutes, perhaps the groin as well, maybe the upper back. Really tune into the subtleties of your own unique experience. Breathe. Offering yourself one more breath in this posture and gently rolling upright to a seated position. Crossing the legs, we'll come into a tabletop position on all fours and sink the hips back towards the heels, child's pose, extending the arms out in front, maybe resting the forehead on the mat. If you'd like a more active variation of this posture, you can tent up onto the fingertips, elevating the arms. If this pose is inaccessible, you can always rest your forehead on a block or place a blanket between your heels and your glutes for a little bit more comfort. Inhale, returning to a tabletop position, engaging the core. The knees are in line with the hips. The wrists are in line with the shoulders. Lengthening the back of the neck, really pressing down through the index fingers and the thumbs. Inhale, scoop the chest forwards, gaze up. Exhale, press into the palms, curl and round, chin to chest. And again, finding your cadence as we flow through these variations of cat and cow. Knowing that it's always okay to pause in a pose and hang out there for a bit if it feels a little interesting. Really find what feels good. Remembering that these transitions originate in the region of the hips and the lower back. So we start there and the head moves last. Returning to tabletop, inhale, raise the right arm, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle, guiding the right arm between the left palm and the left leg, lowering down onto the right shoulder, the right side of the face. Maybe extending the left arm out in front, or finding a bind, a beautiful shoulder opener, as you guide the left arm around the back and placing the palm on the right thigh. Breathe. Noticing if the hips are swaying to one side, seeing if you can keep the hips aligned with the knees. And we're still keeping a slight activation of the lower abdomen to protect the lumbar region of the back. Inhale, left arm skywards. Exhale, left palm under left shoulder. Inhale, raise the right arm, gaze up. Exhale, tabletop. One breath here. And we'll take this variation of twisted child's pose, Padasva Balasana, on the other side. Finding your variation of this posture. offering yourself one more loving breath, mindfully releasing from the posture, and we'll meet in a tabletop position. From here, we'll extend the right arm and the left leg, raising them to shoulder and hip height. Lower down, return to tabletop. Inhale, extend, lift, exhale, lower, and tabletop. Continuing on the same side, lifting opposite arm and opposite leg. This is a beautiful way to improve our coordination, as well as strengthen the abdomen, the wrists, the shoulders, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Everything is working together here. Meeting in tabletop, and we'll swap the side. And this time, extending the right leg and the left arm, raising them up, lowering down, and returning to tabletop. If this ever feels like too much, know that you can just move the leg or just the arm while supporting yourself in a tripod foundation. Meeting in tabletop, walking the fingertips out in front several centimeters, tucking the toes under. Inhale, raise the hips and send them back as we come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. It might feel nice to pedal out the legs, bending one knee towards the midline, straightening the other. A really beautiful way to stretch out the hips. The gaze is between the feet. You might have the knees bent and be up on the balls of your feet, or perhaps guiding the heels down to the earth. Feeling a beautiful stretch along the entire back body. Creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Firmly grounding down through the index and the thumb to really support you here. Raising onto the balls of our feet, we'll begin to walk the feet close to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold, bending the knees. Perhaps grabbing opposite arm with opposite finger, swaying the torso side to side, ragdoll. Really allowing yourself to release any tension along the back of the neck. Inhale, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, palms to the earth, forward fold. And again, inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the back. It might feel nice to place the palms on the shins. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale. Exhale, fold. And from here, keeping the left knee bent, extending the right leg, raising the right arm skywards as we twist the chest to the right. A beautiful stretch for the IT band. One more breath. Return to a forward fold and take this stretch on the other side, this time bending the right knee, straightening the left leg, gazing up to the left. And gently release, forward fold, once more either side, flowing at your own rhythm. Gently release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step one leg back at a time as we come into a plank pose. Turning on the entire body here, engaging the quadriceps, engaging the core. Staying high on the balls of the feet. One more breath. And gently lower the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Well done. Giving yourself permission to soften. Reconnecting with the breath. And in your own time, working your way upright to a seated position. Roll the shoulders back. Thank you all so much for joining this Lengthen and Liberate warm-up series. Know that you can return to this as often as you like, or pair it with any of our other classes. Wishing you well throughout this journey. May you experience true peace and joy. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.